In a near future, the nations of the world have agreed to decide the fate of their weapons facilities by a game of skill and chance. Deciding the nuclear fate of the world may already be a game of skill and chance, but this is more organized. The Sprocket studio on the Fritz Leiber orbiting arts colony orbiting the moon is far enough away from the rivalries on Earth to aid in concentration amongst the contestants. The Rock the Nuclear Clock game allows contestants to either answer a question or sing a song. A large wheel of fortune sits off to stage left. The game show host strides in, lifting off the ground at each step due to the studio's weak magnetic charge. Periodically, a little atomic symbol comes down with a song title when contestants ask to sing.
Welcome to Rock the Nuclear Clock, that game show that asks the happy question, what would you do to be a hero to all your friends and neighbors and, yes, save the world? Our game show rules state that we can only allow people who have no background in the nuclear industry or their families to participate. That also goes for employees here at Sprocket Studios and their families. Now, on with the show. Who's today's first contestant?
Bill, today we have Abby Jones from New Los Angeles Island. She has a saline purifying business and plays Simu poker in national contests. Let's hear it for Abby.
Greetings, Earthling. Tell me, how did you get interested in Simu poker?
Well, I had been canned from my job teaching physics by the Board of Regents at New Los Angeles, and due to overhauls in our system. So, hey, what else can I do? Simu poker was a natural for me.
Oh, why's that?
I can do math, calculate stochastic paradigms, juggle fuzzy logic.
That's the ticket, dear. I'm sure we all understand about and all that. You're one brainy lady, if I may say so, and not bad looking. Pardon my retro PI comment. Are you ready to rock the clock?
Delighted to. Oh, and I can also reduce probabilities via double regressions and to standard deviation.
Charming, Abby. Our second contestant is somebody many of you know from his cooking show, Cooking with Earthworms. It's Jerry Prindle. You certainly brought that new protein source into everybody's kitchen back on jolly old Earth. Bravo, Jerry.
Hi, Bill, Abby, and all. Yes, and I brought a batch of the little fellas up here from King Harry's organic farm in the Duchy of Cornwall. Here are your homeward brownies, a gourmet delight. For all ages, please hand these around, Millie.
Okay, on this show, we will allow ladies first in true retro fashion. Abby, please spin the nuclear clock. For a trip to the desert planet of Sangrenik 2, land of the never-ending billowing waves of grains. Can we see that on the big screen? Just look at those dunes, will you? Ah, yes. Are you ready, dear? What is the current code of the West Fed nuclear system, the secret launch missiles code?
Oh, crud. I knew that. Can I just sing a song instead?
Of course. The Strange Love, where are you? Stuck up in the stratosphere? Come on down. There. right, thought we lost you. Let's see what my list of titles is for today. Oh, yes, here's your song title. Nuke Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head. We added the nuke part, but there is such an old song. Trust me. I think the song was featured on something called Lawrence Welk. No, or was it that ancient group, the Beatles?
New drops keep falling, falling from my head. New drops, rain keeps dripping. Oh, darn.
No, dear, I am sorry. That's not the answer. But what will Abby go home with?
Abby will take home a fully stocked nuclear shelter pantry from savory shelter soup to nuts. That's a 700 Bitcoin value. Bill, our next contestant is Dahlia Jane Kubitschek from New Francisco Island, Republic of California.
Hi, Dahlia. You certainly are well adjusted. Excuse my non-PC remark. It says here that you profile companions for wealthy dogs. How's that? We don't have this occupation yet here at poor little old Luna.
Oh, well, you see, so many dogs were multimillionaires after the owners died in parts of the NSFIR that I thought instead of doing doggy yoga and Paplati exercise with them, why not be their profiler? I have placed many humans on the estates of our most prominent NSFIR canine citizens.
Oh, I'm sure you take great care of all those muttly millionaires, eh, kid? Well, thanks, Dahlia Jane. Well, time is short. So, Jerry, you go next.
What?
Oh, don't tell me that wheel is stuck again. Come on. Oh, there. Now you're moving it. Why, Jerry, you must have the Midas touch. You got a wild card. Let's rock the clock. If you get this right, it's game over. You go terracide with $1 million in Bitcoins. Not only do you have your own winnings, but the heads of state of the various nuclear powers will take immediate steps to rid their countries of their nuclear arsenal. Our wise grandparents set all this up after the 500th near launch of nuclear-armed rockets in 2039. The question is, what will you do when there's just 30 minutes to blast time?
Gosh, that's tough. What will I? I certainly won't bake my brownies a gourmet delight for all ages.
No, that you certainly won't. Well, seriously now, Jerry, what will you do?
Why, I'll just jump into my maglev Strato and drive fast as a neutron out of town to Cornwall for some brownies. How's that?
Fast as a neutron, eh? Well, these answers are judged by the audience members. Gang, what do you think? Does Jerry win on this question or not? Shall we let Dahlia Jane try and decide between them? These are the options.
Dahlia Jane!
Dahlia Jane! Dahlia Jane!
Dahlia Jane.
Dahlia Jane!
Dahlia Jane. All right, Dahlia. Dahlia, you heard the question, didn't you, dear?
I sort of heard that, but could you say it again?
Dahlia, get a grip. Now, pay close attention, dear. Jerry got a wild card. What will you do when there's just 30 minutes to blast time?
A good question.
Oh, well, as they say, time's a wasting. You have 30 seconds to answer. Clock starts now.
It's a perfect plan and very zen. I will go to the New Francisco Wharf Farmers Market. Have you seen it? They have food and a big cellar underneath. It's just a 5-minute walk from my condo. I'm always thinking, I thought if civilization as we know it ever ends, well, there I am, right next to that, my stash of canned food, huh? You following this, Bill? Because I can slow down.
I think I can manage. Go on.
The market, I will grab as many protein-rich energy bars, medicinal cannabis bags, and other healthy organic foods as I can stash into recycled hemp shopping bags and run down the stairs.
What about all the dogs you have as clients? Gonna save them?
Good question. Nope. Karmically, they've had a good life. And now they're on their own. Blessings on them. I, on the other hand, have at least one or two more lives of karma to work out, you see?
Well, see, dear, that wasn't so hard, now was it? Where was I? Oh, I may have some tips for you after the show. Audience, who wins, Jerry or Dahlia? It can be over right now.
It's a tie. It's a tie. Tie.
Well, it sounds as if we have one of those rare ties here on Rock the Clock, the game show that answers the question, what will you do when it falls on you? Jerry, will we bring both Dahlia Jane and Jerry back next time? I see our Jerry nodding, and we will have Jerry and Dahlia Jane back next week for round 2. As always, we leave you with our theme song and wishes that we will be here next week.
When the blast hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's atomic. When no bird's there to sing 'cause it's caught all the bling, that's atomic. When you walk in a dream, but that dream that you're dreaming is toxic. Screws on me, but you see, back in old World War III, that's atomic.
Before you go, if we get it next week, here's what other new contestants we have in store for our loyal viewers. Fiddle-Dee-Dee Cardassian, the top hologram wrestling centerfold and Harvard astrophysicist, will take on Lenny Fixative, the world's 3rd most wanted dimensional ID thief. Yes, they're after Lenny in dimensions from here to that fabled restaurant at the end of the universe, but he's sending his favorite clone to us. Don't miss a single exciting episode of Rock the Nuclear Clock, brought to you by Dozens, the sleep solution of the stars. Sweet dreams all.